The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, guys, and happy Friday. Good morning. Very good morning, guys. Ozzy, Chad, Deepak, Chris. Guys, good morning. Good morning. It's scrolling faster than I can keep up with the names. Michael, Perry. Fellas, very good morning. Nolan, good morning to you. Guys, it has been a fairly slow morning. Markets are, you're welcome, Michael. Markets are just kind of chopping around, barely above green after yesterday's seemingly conflicting comments from Bostic. If anybody, we were in the room in the afternoon when Bostic's comments came out, and they surely were contradictory. On one hand, he said that, the Fed could stop raising rates by midsummer. And out of the other side of his mouth, he turned right around and said, but if the data says blah, 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 we'll have to keep raising rates. Seriously. What I would like to see, this is me personally, what I would like to see are the trading accounts of these Fed bastards. Because there was, as soon as he said we could see a pause by summer, the markets, the algos just took off and the markets ripped higher. There's no earthly reason. If you guys look at bond yields, bonds are singing a whole different story. It just makes no sense. In any event, we'll trade what we see, not what we think. Bots are down this morning, $257. This is where we're at as of right now. Yesterday, when we left the room, the bots were down, I think, $250. And I ran them for the better part of the day and got down as low as 135. They never went green yesterday. It was just straight up moves. And every short was canceled by longs. And the bots finished down yesterday about $310. It was just back and forth. That's all they did. In any event, we'll see what we get today. It is Friday. For those of you folks that are here on trial, welcome to your last day in the room. I hope you have enjoyed the week. I do no sales presentation. I don't feel I need to. My trading and the bot trading speaks for itself. The goal on Friday, fellas, as you guys all know, is to make some money and get green. Get out of here. All right. We will definitely be done by 11. I'd like to beat these 60 to 80 mile an hour winds that are moving in here shortly. If in the event I lose power, I will obviously lose GoToWebinar. If I lose power, just keep trying to log back in. And when power comes up, of course, we'll be back in the room. I have made a change to my screens. One minor change, which I think will help you guys a bit. And this is from one of the members that emailed me and said, sometimes you go back and forth between micros and minis, and I don't know the trades. Now, he is 2 days back into the room. And I don't know if you're, long here or short there or targets here, etc. So you will notice, or you may have noticed, on my screen, I have two NASDAQ charts. On the top is my NQ, and just below it is MNQ. So if I am trading MNQ, the flags will be on the bottom, right? My entry, stop, targets, etc. If I am trading the minis, it will be on top, and you will see that. So either way, you guys should be able to follow along. It's just too difficult for me to, if I rotate DOMs, it's too difficult for me to then go back and try to change the NASDAQ chart. And as little as I trade gold, Apex has another 80% off sale. Next week, I think we have if I'm not mistaken, we have PPI or CPI next week. Somebody may want to clarify that. I also think we have non-farm payrolls next week. So we will have that opportunity next week, I believe. I'm almost positive we have non-farm payrolls on Friday. And yeah, man, I'm going to do like 5 with a trade copier. We'll see. But I think next week we'll have several opportunities to accomplish that feat. In any event, it's Friday. Let's see. Oh yeah, Ryan, we caught it in the afternoon. Yeah, we did. In the afternoon session. Let's see here, Mark. What you got? Does Apex reset a failed account when it renews? Yes. Yes. So Apex, if you bought a 36, 80% off account and you fail the combine, in 30 days it resets at that $36. Yep. Non-farm payrolls is never on Wednesday. It's Fridays. You probably mean ADP is Wednesday. Our NQs being traded with a 50 stop on the minis, Nolan, on the minis, not on the micros. On the micros, I don't use a stop. So after the 2,500 we need to make in a PA account, do we still have a drawdown? Well, I didn't know if you were referring to NQ minis or micros because I trade them both. Let's see here, Perry. What do you got, Perry? Several bots turn on at 6. No, they all get turned on at 6. But you have to use some common sense as a trader, right? There has to be some common sense. So when I get up and I look at the market, if I see the market is up 5 points, do you want to run bots? I don't know. I mean, I did this morning. We were up about 22 points when I got up. And the result is up $257. Now, I will say that could have been very different because I had the break even on in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's taken 2 trades. They were both winners. But with the break even on this trade here, that trails all the way from 96 and doesn't go, and then gets taken out here at 07. There's 10 handles here I don't have, even though it hit third target. Right, they would have been huge trades, but I had the break even on. So what happens is I get 4 points, $80 on this trade. I get $80 here. And then I get nothing else. It flips into the short, and then I get another $80 here, let's call it, $75, and it takes me out at break even +1 and then drops. So if I were running the trail, this should have been 22, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52 handles. These 2 trades are $1,000 alone. So something as simple as do I want to be the most conservative guy on the planet and use the break even? In my case, I had the break even on from yesterday. Or do I want to run the trail? So in this case here, 2 trades, there's $1,000 in 2 trades. And I made 175, something like, not much. I made 6 handles, $125. So, that is oftentimes when guys say to me, well, my bot only made $400. How did yours make 4,000? Well, there you have it. If you're running the trail, you have the opportunity for runners. If you're running the break even, and I know this statistically, almost 90% of all trades will come back and tag break even before they do continue in the direction. So I had it on from yesterday because we were trading chop and we weren't getting any runners. And when I turned them on this morning, I paid no attention. That's on me. So be that as it may. We'll see what we get. I will read the disclaimer. We'll look at some charts and we will get on with it. Oh, and by the way, do not forget on Monday, you will not get an invitation from GoToWebinar as you historically have until you register with the new link, which I emailed yesterday morning. It doesn't matter if it's on Chart Trader unless it's only got to be on the bot, not Chart Trader. Okay? So everybody that is an active member should have the link. I responded to you yesterday, Patrick. I responded to your email. We have actually 5 Fed speakers today. 5, not 3. 5. But we won't be here for any of them. The first one is at 11, then 11:45. There's one at 1 o'clock. We won't be here. There's none this morning, unless it's an unscheduled impromptu. Somebody wants to get on the mic, but there is no scheduled Fed speakers until 11 a.m. U.S. government required disclaimer: futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. This presentation is for educational purposes only. The opinions expressed in this presentation are mine and mine alone. All trades presented should be considered hypothetical and should not be expected to be replicated in a live trading account. Last but not least, past performance is not indicative of future results. The fact that I may or may not be in a trade does not lend more or less credence to any trade. Please trade according to your own accounts. Please trade according to your tolerance for risk. Stop is in 93. Gold flat. I'm watching crude also, guys. You're going to need more than coffee. That's pretty slow. Oh. Doop-de-doo. Target number one, maybe 17. No, no, Robert. There's no news today. Next week we should have a couple of opportunities for that too. I think we have non-farm payrolls on Friday. Yeah, I agree, Mimi. I would love those markets. Target number one on NASDAQ, 17. If you guys want to take some risk off. Come on, a little more push, a lot less talking. Let's go. One more 30 range candle. It should pop up into that target. And then 26, I would take one more off. Just above the day high. Got some resistance right here. This should get 17. Oh, no, you did not. There it is, target filled. 26, next target. Need to close above 16. And then final target 150. Maybe 160 if we hit that high of the day. If we get that second target, we're going to rip the high of the day. So trade runners as you see fit. Yeah, it does. Got that double bottom on the hourly. Makes perfect sense that the markets are going higher. Perfect sense. Here comes 26. Come on, buddy. Hit the high of the day and tear it up. Tear it up. All right, Stuart. Today is March 3rd. Two today. Two more funded accounts. Whoop. All right, target filled. I'll take one off now at 48. 36. 36. One at 36 and one to be left alone. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Carl. I just took the stop off. All right. Crude, you can take along at 36. You can try 36 long on MCL with an add in at 26. Nice job, JC. Another funded trader. $77.18. Okay. If we get there, you think we get there? Crude's got 2,000 net buyers. I like 36 and then 25. We could get down to that 32. I mean, we've got a bottom here. Yeah, last night was brutal. I'm sorry, the night before was brutal. We had storms here, but not as bad as they said. But we supposedly have strong winds blowing in, 60-mile-an-hour winds, 40 to 60. We had tornadoes last night in Dallas. It's not the commission. It's there's 36 entry on crude. It's not the commission, it's the draw. You can, but you have to downsize. I do. Boy, Greg, you were right about that, weren't you? Look at that 18. God dang. Something about an OPEC press report. Where's your downside target? Crude now down 2%. Something there's news. There's a report that just came out. Here comes our second target on NASDAQ. Yeah, we traded into that pivot at 76.53. All right, target 2 is filled, 1 to go. Final target 160. So call it 158. That's final target 158. Okay? Thank you, Noah. I will enjoy my breakfast in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Bots will all be done. They'll shut off. What, you mean for breakfast? Man's got to eat, Greg. Man's got to eat. We're going to go through this. Are you kidding me? Look at these freaking buyers. We're pushing hourly resistance. Let's see here. See where the hell this thing can come. Crude. 76, maybe 17 is a target. 76.17 on this downside should slow it down. And if not, this is going to get terrorized down to 75.72. Seriously. Here comes next target, guys, 58. And I believe this is final contract. She's not dancing yet. No, she's getting around pretty good though, Greg. You know, but she can't lift anything more than 5 pounds for 3 months, so she can't go to the gym and train. I mean, she really can't do anything. Oh, it's killing her. It's freaking killing her. She can't walk dogs. She can't go. She can go to the shelter and do odds and ends stuff. So she goes and will wash blankets and towels and make dog treats and stuff. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go eat breakfast. I will leave this up. It's not going to let me do it. No, she's not in the brace. No. She had a spinal fusion 6 weeks ago. I will be right back, guys. 20 minutes. Target filled. Watch this 20 level. That's key. If we're going to come down. There's an ES short on the bot. This may not. That shorted right into some support. NASDAQ did not short. We're trying to breach that 20 level. You can short NASDAQ. Oh, don't tell. If that hit no, it did not. Missed by a tick. 1 tick on the ES. 1 tick. NASDAQ could come all the way back to 12 is the first area, and then 97 would be where I'd want to be long on a pullback. Yeah, I think if we break right here, if we get this 3-minute close below 20, I think we're going to pop that lower. And I think I've got a 97 target. I've also got a 101 ahead of that. Short NASDAQ, guys. Short NASDAQ. Come on, dog. Small buyers in here, but they're out on the YM. Bot's now green 125. Come on, NASDAQ, push down. Let's go. Small buyers. ES is trying to break back below 4,000. My buy area for ES is somewhere between 92 and 95. I'll take the long. 92 and 95. Come on, give me that target. Seriously, it's 1.5. $75 trade. Let's go. No sellers yet, but really small buyers. Sellers are trying to press it here. There we go. Small sellers showing up. That's because I'm not in the trade. I'm watching 1, 2, 3, 4 charts simultaneous on the NASDAQ, different time frames. Come on. Come on, ES, seriously? You can't push 3 or 4 more ticks? There are sellers here. Sellers are pressing them. Kind of a lackluster open here. I don't have an area here to get long, so I mean, I guess I could, but I prefer it to come down to 97. Even 01. Talk about ugly. Come on, just sell it down to where we can get long. All right, target filled on the ES, spots up 200 on an Apex account. Crude getting a nice little rip back up. I have no interest in being long here, fellas. None. So if you guys have to be in a trade, this is not where I want to be long. So unfortunately, the long is above 140. Let it chop around, guys. I'm not. This is like a fast forward to July. Yeah, I know we have news at 10. Yes, still in this zone. Yep, I agree, Mimi. Doop 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 doop. First 10 minutes are in, and we haven't traded in maybe a 20 handle range. If I have to take a trade, I say again, it would be shorts, not longs. You guys may want to shut your bots off. You know, ES is into shorts. NASDAQ is trying to go long on the bot. YM is doing nothing. Uh, that's funny. Getting a flag here. Watch. So we got a failed break out, failed break down. Man, I pray that we're not going to trade like this crap all day. SPX runs into a pretty good trend line at 4,010. And then above that, we can get 4,020. Two and a half minutes, we got the first 15-minute bar in, and nothing. NASDAQ resistance here is the hourly resistance at 40.41. Share it. Share it on Sunday. I guess we're going to wait till 10 o'clock. Market services PMI. mean, they're accumulating logs. That negative delta is positive is increasing. Oh, 9:45 is final services. 10 o'clock is ISM. No, 4,000 positive, Patrick. 4,000 to the positive. Guys, the email for the link will come from Benchmark email, not GoToWebinar. Slightly above consensus. New day high. Nice job, Nolan. ES is trying to go long on the bot. It's got to push above 406. NASDAQ busting out to 61. I don't know where we go. Let's see where we go above that. And we're into resistance here, the 66. All right, ES went long on the bot. I don't particularly like it, but what do I know? It's got to get above this 06, maybe. Yes, there it is, 7. Clear this 7. Yeah, 7. It's got to clear 7. Should get target. It got 7.25. All right, target filled. Let it go, guys. The only clue we had was the delta was increasing, but check spam or junk. Check spam or junk from Benchmark email. That's generally where it goes. One of those folders outside of your direct inbox. If we break out above 180, this could be a massive, massive move. I'm not buying a daily breakout, but this could, we have 4,700. We hit almost 5,000. Crude traded right back to that breakdown point, 77.20. And could fail again. If you're a breakout trader, just get long. We've got to break out above 185, which is former daily. Believe it or not, the crude could get back up to 77.80. You're welcome, fan. Another funded trader. Guys, I have no interest in jumping into trades. So if I don't get a trade, I don't. For today. Oh, UAE. So the UAE said the news of them leaving OPEC is untrue. No, I don't. I don't touch them, Wayne. So they sold it off better than $1.50. Somebody wanted to get in. That's all. Somebody wanted to get in crude. You get in at 75, $76, you're already up. Yeah, fake news. I mean, because I'm only trading one contract on the funded accounts on the ES, it doesn't matter what you use. Break even or trail. It hits first target, it's done. I have the trail on the NASDAQ. Crude long. Crude is long. It's coming across the wires now. Source notes that it's far from the truth. UAE leaving. That's his line in the sand. That's the IB close. All right, NASDAQ bot took a long. Target filled. And if this breaks out above 80, this is going to be a rip. Massive rip. 80 is the key. Call it 81. I think it's going to rip. They're buying them right into the high here. Daily goal of $500 has been exceeded. Lots of auto shut off. Now they won't be exceeded if this comes back and takes that runner out. It's right at the breakout here, guys. goes. I mean, this thing can go a long ways. This is the last bot trade of the day. If you guys want a trade on SPY, SPY longs, we're going to 298.20. You can buy 298 calls, SPY calls, 298. The runners exceeded the daily total. For those of you guys that are on trial, I don't know who's in here or not on the trial. If you're contemplating a bot purchase, for the purposes of trading for a funded account, you're welcome, James. Nice job. Here you go. Yesterday it was down small. Anybody buy 298 SPY Q calls? Anybody buy 298 Q calls? You're welcome, Ozzy. Did anybody buy Q calls? 298.20's target. Anybody take the NASDAQ above that 80 on the breakout? Okay, Marcia. All right, guys. I mean, this thing has 5,400 net buyers and no signs of slowing down. Yeah, I didn't take it either. I'm not a breakout trader. It's a daily breakout. No, way too late to enter ES or anything at this point. Anybody take crude long? I think crude is longs. All right, guys. There's your bot total for the day. It's the only account I'm going to trade, so there won't be any more bot trades today. Up 705. Seven. Anybody long? Anybody long? Okay. There she goes. There she blow. Look at this. Is this a dirt dog or what, man? Is this a dirt dog? Come on, let's break out. Coming up back into the day high. We get above 201 and this thing rockets. Okay, fellas. Here comes the new day high. Look at this dirt dog. You're welcome. Deepak, you're good now. Nice job, Mimi. I was down 1,600. I'm up 13. Look at that SPX, Deepak. Oh yeah, nice push. Here's what's holding SPX. This long-term trend line, and then you're going to have to get above, if you get above 4018, whatever this is, 4018.02, blast off. Blast off. If you're holding. NASDAQ, guys, is going to head to 250. You're welcome, James. I mean, guys, look at, as I said, I trade my style. It's usually right. I took 2 losses. One was, stiff because I added into the trade. It is what it is. $222 is where this is going. Watch it here, back above 03 if you're out. Yeah, I did. Now we got to get back above 03. Small time frame support right here if you want to try it long at 95. I'm going to try it here, guys. Holding this 95. We're failing. The next area of resistance is weak. This is former weekly resistance at 1250. That's a problem. That's weekly. ES is going to work up to 22. All right, guys, I got to try it again here. It's at 10 o'clock. Yeah. We're pushing the opening range high, which is 99. That's the opening range high. That opening range high is automatic. Let's see what the exact number is. 99.25. on ES. So I'll take that trade at 0.1/2. If you guys want to take it with micros, take it with micros. You're losing power, Greg? You guys have snow moving in? I don't miss winter. I am not using an ATM, Nolan. If you would like to use an ATM, use an ATM. Nice job, Deepak. What'd you pay for? Nice job. 35, another 35%, $3,500. Nice job, brother. We're starting to get pretty good wind here. Yep. Here SPX has to get above that 40-12 to 17 level. I think NASDAQ's going to end up at 250 today. Thank you, Deepak. All right, we're above the opening range high. Okay, there's your long above the opening range high. If you guys are trading an ATM, you got target. Babu! Baboomski. Baboomski. Take some risk off if you want. We just traded into that former weekly resistance. 12 quarter. Take some risk off. I killed one contract. I'll hold one. Target is 27. So let's call it 25. Okay? 25. That's what I'm trying for. We got to push through this former weekly resistance. Well, that 12 was target one. 27 is what I have as another target, and I'm trying to get 27. I'd be happy with 24 ticks on the trade. From down 1,600 would put me up $500-600. I'd be good with that. I'm going to have to, the last thing I got to teach you, I got to teach you how to identify the targets, because you're leaving dough all over the place. No, I'm talking to Deepak. No, I've been working on a methodology for options for the better part of 2 months. Deepak, in just over a week, I think he's up maybe 30 grand trading 5 and 10 contracts. How much are you up in a week and a half? $27,800. You're welcome, James. Hit target to the damn tick. Nope, missed by a tick. Missed by 1 tick. Missed by 1 tick. I'm being a dick for $5. Seriously, I'm being a jerk for $5. What a pisser. All right, I'm out. Missed it by a stinking tick, fellas. Could bounce here, pull back to get another extension. All right, so from down 1,600 and change to up 348. I had a couple of those Ferraris, 348s. Nice job, Arjan. You guys good? Anything that was lost should have been gotten back. You guys good? Okay. Still think I get that target. Guys, listen. Here's the thing with trading, okay? I'm going to have losing trades. That's evident. If you find me a trader, I mean, even Greg has losing trades, and the guy makes more money than anybody I know. If you're going to be a trader, you have to accept the fact that there's going to be undesirable results. And the last thing that, you want to do to yourself is start second guessing. I shouldn't have taken that fucking trade 2 minutes after the news. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I knew better. You're welcome, Tony. I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do this? If you guys second guess yourselves on losing trades, but pat yourself on the back for winning trades, you're going to have problems. Yeah, but how much money have you made, Marcia? You're killing it. Killing it. You have developed extraordinary patience, and you hold trades to target instead of how quick can I get out. Don't second guess. Look, I take trades as I see them, right? And just because the methodology worked yesterday doesn't mean if you take losing trades today, the methodology doesn't work. One of the problems with most traders are they try a methodology, they learn a methodology, they try the methodology, they make a few trades, it makes some money, and then they have a couple of trades that don't work. And the first thing that they say is, it doesn't work. Let me go on to something else. Absolutely. Even if you win, 60 to 75% of your trades, you obviously have losers. Right. Nobody is good. Look at, I could trade pretty close to 100% if I were trading for 10 ticks. I mean, would rarely have losers. But nobody's trading for 10 ticks. I'm trying to get 20 handles. 15 handles on targets, real targets. We're going to 260 today. Take it to the bank. But again, you cannot. One second. You cannot second guess what it is that we're doing. Nice job. We're going high. There's my target coming now. Look, we pulled back, found buyers, new candle, and now we should extend back up through the high of the day right here. And here comes my target at 25. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Target hit. Deepak, what are those SPX calls now, buddy? Now I'm not buying it again up here. Look, I turned my day around. $16.80 from $10. You'd be up 68%. Nice. Would have been almost a $7,000 day, buddy. Deepak, I'll get with you on Skype on Sunday. You're welcome, JC. Micros and order flow are allowing him to hold to target. You're welcome. Yeah, listen, I look at micros. I love micros, especially as you get closer to a funded account and if you're trading. And Marcia echoed that sentiment. That's the ticket. And it's maybe not that early. Yeah, we could do it at 9. We could do it at 9. I'm going to show you how to find the targets, because instead of taking an SPX trade at $10 and bailing out for $3,500 when you could have made 7 or 8 or 9 or 10,000 on the trade, you can scale out. I'll show you how to find the scales. All right, we're into some major resistance here now on the SPX. This is make or break here, ES and SPX. If this breaks out here, right? So this would have been, that's my final target. Am I going to do what at 11? Nolan. Am I doing what at 11? Go over what you just, no, this pertains to options. I mean, it would be the same thing on equities, but so I have taught, so here's what I've done. I have taught Deepak the methodology that has taken me several months to put together. I have gone through many people's style of trading options, and zero DTEs require a little more. It's not like buying a weekly option, where you have 5 days for price to work around, and you don't get. The problem with zero DTEs is if price doesn't go. That's why I personally detest buying them after 2 o'clock. If price doesn't go, you get killed with decay on time. But I have found something that works very well. I don't want to break my arm patting myself on the back, but Deepak, how many trades? So I taught Deepak the methodology because I needed eyes in the room. Because if I'm trading the NASDAQ or the ES or whatever the case may be, I'm not watching SPX because I'm watching other charts. So I have taught Deepak what it is that I have put together so that Deepak, like he alerted me to that trade on the SPX. So far Deepak has done 23 trades. How many losers in 23 trades? How many losers? 4. So we're 19 for 23. He's keeping a spreadsheet, right? So 19 divided by 23 is an 82.6. Call it an 83% win rate. I don't know many guys trading at an 83% win rate trading zero DTEs. Well, listen, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be perfectly upfront, I will do a class over a couple of weeks. It's not going to be for free, but I will teach you guys. I mean, listen, Deepak has made in a week and a half. What did you say? How much did you make, Deepak? Trading 5 to 10 options. Now, let me be clear. In the last trade, 27,800. Okay. The last trade, which was calls, right? They were fairly expensive. He paid $10. 10 contracts is $10,000. Deepak trades an account that's several 7 figures. I won't divulge the amount, but he trades a very large account. But that's not the point. The point is, and I said to Deepak, he could have bought 40-25 calls, which were like 3. I can tell you exactly. Hang on. Because when I wrote it down, the 25 calls were $3.10 and got as high as, I know, 560, But $3.10 to 560, not quite 100%, but what is it, 75%? So 10 contracts in a $3.10 call is $3,100. 5 is $1,500. You still would have made 600 and change for 10 minutes of work. So if anybody wants to learn the methodology at some point, 40-25's got as high as 720 from 310. So it's better than 100%. If somebody wants to learn, and it's not there are some rules. It's not as simple as, I mean, it's becoming simpler for Deepak, but we screwed around with this before live trading it for about 4 weeks, right? So we monitor the trades and, and look at, for instance, this is one chart that I'm watching. Actually, I don't know that you have more or less risk, and I'm scalping them similar to how I trade the NASDAQ. And that was one of the problems that I had with, zero DTEs initially was I'm used to the NASDAQ, which goes 20 handles in 4.3 seconds. It's like zero. This should be support, opening range high. And so this is one of my charts, right? This is just one. Hang on one second. And I'm marking different levels for trades. Okay? But, a lot of time has gone into this because I'll be honest with you. I'm not big on sim trading. And I got when I was starting this and doing it on my own and trading live, I was kind of taking a beating because I was working through other people's methods on how they do it. And I didn't find anything that worked for me or consistently. But I took pieces from several different traders that only trade options. And I was able to put something together that worked for me. I mean, look, we could have just bought puts for a scalp, right? I'm not trying to get every damn trade that comes down the pike, but I'm looking at two charts. That was my resistance, 40.18, right? I could have just bought, if here at 40.18, I could have bought 40.15 puts. And it'll probably come back to the support at 9. That would have been my target. But one of the things that I had to learn about options was cheaper is not better. And one of the things that Deepak taught me about options, you're better off buying in the monies or at the monies. Yes, you pay up for them. But if it goes against you a little bit, you don't get crucified with decay. So I was buying, and one of the things that one of the people that I learned from or taught me, he would buy 5 strikes out of the money. Well, if it's FOMC day and you get an option that goes 5 strikes out of the money, you make an astronomical sum of money. I mean, you could take a $5 option to $50. But if it doesn't move quickly, that $5 option, if it pulls back $4 in price, that $5 option could be $3.20. Meanwhile, if you bought at the money or in the money and you paid 10, that option might be $9. Maybe you're down 10%. So I had some things I had to learn, but I think I got it. Now I just got to teach Deepak. I'll do it Sunday morning with you. Yeah, and Deepak and I were doing a lot of credit spreads. And they make money, but you're stuck in a trade for the whole day. You got to wait until, generally until 4 o'clock if you want 100% premium, 8 times out of 10. Now, there are some days, you buy a call or a put credit spread and immediately goes in the opposite direction, and you could be up 100% in 2 hours and you close the trade. But most of these, he and I would do credit spreads at the end of the day, like 3:20 in the afternoon, and you got to sit there with your guts in a knot for 40 minutes. I mean, he had a credit spread on the other day, and 39.70 was his short strike. So below 39.70, it's 100% loss. And the thing broke 70 and closed at 39.70, like 13. Closed, no, 39.70. I remember the trade because it was last Friday. You text, 39.70, 18. Yeah, because he texted me. He said, "Where did this thing close?" I'm done doing spreads. It's a waste of time. Terry, if you're in the room, this was your entry. I told you opening range high should hold. It's Friday, guys. I've made money. I'm happy. I'm done. It's 9:42. Terry, if you're in the room, there is a member chat, which I see only. I don't have any screen space for the chat box. If there's a question that pertains to the room, I generally repeat the question and answer it. But if it's just, sometimes members and I get a conversation going back and forth, and it doesn't. The bots finished up on an Apex account, $705.50. It's a good day. It's a good day. I like to wrap up Fridays in the green. In the green. I don't want anybody not make money today. I'll talk to you Sunday, Deepak. I'll text you Sunday morning. Do I have any of my trial members here? Any trial members? Okay, Joseph. I've got one. Okay, Joe. Nice job, Michael. All right, so everybody is telling me they're green and made money. All right, so Joseph, for those of you guys that were here on trial, I want to thank you for your time this week. I hope you enjoyed the room. I don't do any kind of sales presentation. I have sent you guys the last email. I will add Alabama, where family reunions and date night goes hand in hand. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. What's yes, Ryan? You too, Marcia. I will see you Monday. Okay, Nolan. You can call me this weekend, but not tomorrow. I won't be around. You're very welcome, Francisco. Okay, Ryan, you're green. That's right. What's anytime after 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Maybe 10:30. You're welcome. I mean, that's at 8 o'clock for me, but I'm going to work with Deepak. Okay, Patrick. I'm going to work with Deepak. I got to teach him to identify targets, man, because he made $3,800 on that trade, but he could have made almost $9,000. Yep, we're gonna go with fibs. I'm gonna be teaching Fibonacci class next week, and as soon as I'm done with Fibonacci's, I'm gonna get into Gann, No, I'm going to teach GAN 2, and then I'm going to show you guys how to identify the Fibonacci GAN waves and where they line up on a specific chart with the planets. Yes, when the planets align, they offer the most opportunistic and perfect trade. Hey, Dean. Yeah. And then we're going to add Elliott Wave into it for something new. It's going to be the Wave Ganacci. Maybe we'll try harmonic trading patterns too. Dean, I watched that video you sent me. Guys, they will always come out with something to sell you as traders. Traders are like fishermen. For those of you folks that fish, you probably already know. I'll come back to you in a second. I mean, as a fly fisherman, I can tell you that if the only fly you owned was a woolly bugger, right, which mimics food, a leech, food, you could catch trout consistently every day, just about. One single fly. You get them in a maybe black, white, pink, chartreuse, different color water, you use a different color fly, but that's the only fly you need. If you saw my fly boxes, I probably literally in flies, no joke, I probably have $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in flies. You only need one. It'll catch trout. Traders are the same way, right? Somebody will email you and say, you can make money if you learn this. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit. It's in the charts. It's in support and resistance, right? Supply and demand zones and order flow. Period. You know what I might do? Dean, you'll get a kick out of this. I may go out and buy all these guys' bots. Like I may go out and buy